A wonderful act of kindness in the Queen City caught on camera. NFTA Metro Division officer Nick Cacciatore and his wife were heading home after having dinner when he noticed a homeless man walking on Main Street wearing boots with the bottoms worn out. Officer Cacciatore went to the station house and grabbed a pair of his old boots for the man. He was able to track the man down at the Allen Street station, but the boots didn't fit. So Officer Cacciatore was determined to get the man new boots. He tracked down the man several days later at the Utica station and gave him a pair of boots that fit. I love that story, so much.
Great picture too.
And finding inspiration can be difficult. But for one Bills rookie kicking specialist, he doesn't have to look too far.
That's right. His brother not only motivates him, Austin motivates his brother. 7 Eyewitness News reporter Chris DiMaria brings us that story from Bills training camp tonight.
I mean, Cameron's just incredible. He's an incredible fighter and gives me inspiration every day.
Austin Rico is talking about his little brother in Spokane, who's facing the biggest fight of his life. Rico, the Bills' rookie kicking specialist, remembers the day he picked up the phone last year to find out Cameron may have leukemia.
No, that can't be right. Not my family, not my little brother. Nothing can prepare you for that call.
It was just days later when doctors confirmed the family's worst fears. 10-year-old Cameron had cancer.
I mean, initially it's just denial, and then once it kind of sinks in, man, it really hits you hard. I'd lock myself in my room and just kind of hold up for a good hour or two.
But since then, Cameron's become a source of inspiration for his big brother. And Austin wears a reminder of that inspiration in the form of an orange bracelet, the color for childhood leukemia awareness, with the initials CTR. They stand for both his brother's name and the motto, choose the right.
And I have him on my bracelet here every day, just as a constant reminder. It's been a way for him to be with me. Even though he doesn't know it, he's been a huge calming sense to me through everything.
With Austin fighting for a roster spot and Cameron battling his disease, the two brothers, Cameron the youngest of 4 and Austin the oldest, motivate each other.
We've had our own kind of personal deal. I've told him, all right, you do everything in your power to get back to full health. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that next game you come to is going to be an NFL football game. And
this week, Austin will make good on his end of the pact.
Sure enough, Thursday night here, he'll be down, I believe, on the sidelines, at least at the start. So far we both held up our end of the deal, and he's proven to me that you can fight through anything, and you just got to do it with a smile.
So a promise, a year in the making. Looks like it'll finally be fulfilled on Thursday night in Austin's first NFL game at New Era Field against the Minnesota Vikings. In Pittsford, Chris DiMaria, 7 Eyewitness News.
Fantastic story. You always need to find that motivator. And you know, Aaron, you are a motivator in my world.
I motivate you.
You do. You motivate me.
How do I do that?
You're working around the clock, no matter what it is. So I find that very motivating.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, not a whole lot of sleep occurs in
no,
my world.
It's very true. It is very true. This guy does not sleep much.
No, that's why, gotta wear a lot of makeup around the eyes. Anyway, let's take a look at our time lapse from earlier today. Thanks, Ash. Those were very kind words. And you can see we had a lot of cloud cover this afternoon. We enjoyed some sunshine earlier today, and the clouds have thickened up. We are watching a few showers and thunder showers popping up across the area. But here in the metro region, you can see a few breaks in the cloud cover. We look at our weather headlines. We have some early showers and thunder showers across the region. We head into your Tuesday, slow clearing. We'll start with some cloud cover, more sunshine as the day moves along. And expect some warmer temperatures for your Wednesday, a little more summer-like for Wednesday and Thursday. We're going to see some cool weather for this time of year through the middle of August. Expect temps to trend actually below normal. But after that, I think we're going to turn the corner and see some warmer weather as we end the month. 68 degrees, winds out of the north-northeast around 12 miles per hour. So again, temps below normal right now. 66 in the fall, 65 in Batavia, mid to upper 60s, close to 70 degrees down across the southern tier. 7 Super Doppler tracking some wet weather across the area. We'll start in the north towns. You can see along and north of Route 104, which is right there. You're dealing with some rainfall. So from Cambria over toward Heartland, back toward Ridgeway, Newfane, Alcott, Somerset, Yates, picking up some light showers. Some rainfall near the airport as moving off toward the east from Clarence over toward Alden along 20 and the thruway over toward Attica and Batavia. Down across the southern tier, some showers and thunder showers starting to blossom a little bit more. So Ellicottville, New Albion over toward Randolph, Faulkner. We head in toward Carroll. You can see this cell right here. Rainfall rate of about 2.2 inches per hour. And these cells are drifting slowly off toward the east. So you could see some ponding on some of the roadways. You look at the hour-by-hour high-resolution model. most of the rainfall activity out of the area after around 11 p.m. or so. Notice the clouds, though, lingering early on Tuesday. So at training camp tomorrow, cloudy start at 8:45, temps in the mid-60s, a little more sunshine as that training camp session does move along in Rochester. So you'll see the clouds around tomorrow morning, sunshine as we head into Tuesday afternoon. Mostly sunny on Wednesday. Can't rule out a shower along the lake breeze north of Buffalo. Thursday, a good deal of sunshine again, maybe a pop-up shower north of Buffalo. Then the showers and thunder showers return as we head into Friday and the upcoming weekend. Early evening showers and thunder showers. You saw them on the radar. Overnight lows in the upper 50s. On Tuesday, your high 74. Morning clouds, partly to mostly sunny skies in the afternoon. Here's your 7 First Alert 7-day forecast. Wednesday near 80. Thursday low 80s. And then there we go with the chance for some rain. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, highs near 80 on Friday. We're in the mid to upper 70s for the weekend as we look at some unsettled weather for Saturday and Sunday.
All right. Thank you very much, Aaron.
You're welcome.
All right. Still ahead on 7 Eyewitness News at 5 on this Monday. Get this. Setting the world record for toppling dominoes. Pretty impressive to many. How about doing it underwater? We'll show you.
What?
Coming up.
And all new at 5:30, we are going back to school shopping. Grab your notebook. We compare prices of the top 25 items. You're watching 7 Eyewitness News at 5.
Well, take a look at this. A team of German domino experts just broke the Guinness World Record for the most dominoes toppled underwater. Yes, Sinners Domino Entertainment arranged 11,466. That's a lot. Dominoes under the underwater tank. The entire setup took 2 weeks. The toppling took mere minutes, but they say it was worth it. Guinness on hand confirmed the team achieved the new world record for toppled dominoes underwater.
Wow. This story tops those toppled dominoes.
Okay.
NASA nearly broke the internet when it posted a planetary protection officer job with a 6-figure salary. Now, a 9-year-old has gone viral for applying for this out-of-this-world position. 4th grader Jack Davis sent a letter to NASA claiming he's perfect for the good job. His qualifications include seeing many space movies and the fact that his sister says he's an alien. He even signed it as a guardian of the galaxy. NASA responded with a letter of its own, thanking Jack for his interest and encouraging him to keep on studying.
That's really funny. My sister thinks I'm an alien.
So I'm perfect for the job.
I think the child labor law may have something to do with that.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's cute.
I don't think. Maybe in a few years, buddy.
You know, I'm glad that NASA got back to him, though.
Yes.
Oh, that was nice.
Right?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
He may turn out to be an astronaut someday. You never know.
That'd be cool.
Now, have either of you gone anywhere interesting this summer?
Nothing too interesting.
You've been on vacation.
Yeah, New York City, Washington, D.C. That's interesting. Both of those
That
places.
is, yeah.
Well, did you ever wonder where the world leaders spend their summers? We'll take you on a little trip. We'll show you coming up in about 25 minutes. Also, if you're planning a road trip this weekend, we'll check in, see what's happening with gas prices, so you will know before you pay at the pump. Don't go away. You're watching 7 Eyewitness News. All new tonight on 7 Eyewitness News at 5:30. From Western New York to Western Europe, we'll have the latest on a renewed push for transatlantic flights nonstop from the Buffalo airport. Also, the Western New York towns and villages where police say people have been trying to pay for things with fake money. And why your biggest enemy in your quest to lose some weight might be your nose.
Now with 7 First Alert weather. This is 7 Eyewitness News at 5:30.
It has been a busy summer this year for the airline industry. Experts say that 9 million more people have flown on an airplane this summer than last summer. Many of those flyers heading overseas on vacation. And now there is talk of you being able to do that from right here, nonstop from Buffalo. Good evening once again. The NFTA says it is optimistic about bringing transatlantic flights to Buffalo, at least at some point. And as 7 Eyewitness News reporter Brittany Muller shows us tonight, that is music to the ears of some weary Western New Yorkers who have currently got to really jump through some hoops to try and get overseas.
Yeah, I used to fly out of Toronto, and I have to cross the border to go there to fly international, so it would make it a lot easier if we had flights here.
The NFTA Director of Aviation says Buffalo Niagara International Airport has an ongoing effort to bring international services right out of Western New York to Western Europe. William Vanisek says it's never an easy process to get a carrier to come to a new airport.
We're Buffalo Niagara International Airport, right? That's in our name. And so we do have some Caribbean flights that we run seasonally here, but our big goal always, one of our big goals is always to get truly scheduled international service.
Currently, the only international service from Buffalo is Sunwing Airlines to Mexico and the Dominican Republic in the winter months.
Even if it was just to, London, a major city that could be a springboard to other places in Europe.
The NFTA says New York City, Boston, and Philadelphia are some of the most congested cities, making Buffalo Airport marketable for an international nonstop service.
I think the airlines are starting to look a little differently. They're saying, how can we kind of serve a similar market and yet avoid congestion?
Aer Lingus, Norwegian, and XL Airways from France are just a few of the airlines that the NFTA says it has been in contact with over the years. The airport here could handle the flights that would come from overseas no matter what size the airplane. And immigration and custom officers are already on site.
I would love to go to London, any of the London airports, and this would encourage me to fly out of here instead of going to a major airport.
The NFTA says it has talked to 24 domestic and international airlines within the past 2 years in an ongoing effort to develop international service right here out of Buffalo. Reporting in Cheektowaga, Brittany Muller, 7 Eyewitness News.
Also, the NFTA recently announced that Frontier Airlines will be coming to Buffalo later on this year. The airline's website is already taking reservations for nonstop flights from here to Denver, Miami, Tampa, Orlando, and Fort Myers as early as this coming December. Fares will begin at $39 each way. People are passing funny money these days in the city of Tonawanda. Police say that these pictures show a group of people that have passed fake 50s in a number of different convenience stores. Detectives believe that they're dealing with 3 men and 2 women. They enter the stores together. If you think you know anything about these 3, you should call police right away. And then a similar situation in Hamburg. Police there say this man attempted to pay for some items at Toys R Us the other day with a fake $100 bill. If you recognize this man, call police. No word if these occurrences might be related. The city of Chicago fighting back today against the federal government. Mayor Rahm Emanuel announcing that the city is suing the Justice Department. The mayor saying it's illegal and unconstitutional for the federal government to withhold money from these so-called sanctuary cities like Chicago. Here's ABC's Emily Rao with more.
Chicago will never relinquish our status as a welcoming city.
Mayor Rahm Emanuel announcing the city's attempt to stop the Justice Department from withholding grant money from sanctuary cities.
Chicago will not let our residents have their fundamental rights isolated and violated.
The lawsuit comes after Attorney General Jeff Sessions announced on Thursday that cities wishing to apply for public safety grant money will have to agree to allow immigration authorities unlimited access to local jails and provide 48 hours notice before releasing anyone wanted for immigration violations.
Unfortunately, cooperation too often around the country has been impeded by the policies of a lot of cities, councils, and mayors. They're not protecting law-abiding citizens, they're protecting the criminals.
For Chicago, suffering through violent crime in pockets of the city, the grant in question would provide more than $3 million this year for police cars, computers, and radios.
Chicago will not let our police officers become political pawns in a debate.
2 outside law firms also stepping up to help pro bono as the city takes a stand against the Trump administration.
The
rhetoric and the threats from this administration embodied in these new conditions imposed on unrelated public safety grant funds are breeding a culture and a climate of fear within the communities in our city.
Chicago is the first city to sue the Department of Justice over this issue, and the National Immigrant Justice Center supports the move, saying the DOJ's requirements violate the Fourth Amendment. Emily Rao, ABC News, Washington.
Still ahead tonight here at 5:30, mothers working overtime. The astounding amount of time that the average mother is now working in a week these days. Also, why battling the bulge may come down to your sense of smell. We'll explain. And then later at 5:30, talk about stepping away from the grind. We'll take a look at the very different vacations that some major world leaders are taking for themselves this summer. All new at 6 tonight, it's a Buffalo hotel with a futuristic approach. Coming up, the Westin's unique new approach to customer service. On the business beat, here's what happened on Wall Street in New York today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up by 25.5 points. The Nasdaq gained 32, and the S&P 500 up by 4. Don't go away. You're watching 7 Eyewitness News at 5:30. Here's a question for you. Could weight gain involve your nose as well as your mouth? A new study took a look at how smelling what you eat might do more than just put a smile on your face. And what researchers are learning now might lead to future treatments to fight against obesity. Here's 7 Eyewitness News health reporter Paula D'Amico.
Part of the enjoyment of an indulgent meal is how wonderful it smells. But could the odor affect how your body processes the calories? Using lab mice, University of California, Berkeley researchers looked into possible links. They found that obese mice without a sense of smell lost weight, but mice with a sense of smell who ate the same amount of food ballooned to twice their normal weight. Mice with an augmented sense of smell got even heavier. The researchers say food odor may play a role in how our bodies deal with calories. If we can't smell our food, we might burn the calories rather than store them. A lack of smell may also trick the body into thinking that it's already eaten it. The study points to a connection between the body's olfactory system and the regions of the brain that regulate metabolism, although the study adds that the neural circuits that facilitate this are unknown. But scientists hope the dramatic developments in the battle against obesity could someday emerge from the study. The lead researcher thinks that a procedure might be developed to help the severely obese by temporarily removing their sense of smell. Another possibility is a drug which affects the specific metabolic circuitry, but not the sense of smell. Stay healthy, Western New York, with today's Health Minute. I'm Paula D'Amico, 7 Eyewitness News.
Coming up next, getting your kids back into a healthy sleep schedule as the school year gets ready to begin in a few weeks, what the doctors recommend that could help you. Here's a live look from Skywatch 7 on this Monday night. Aaron's 7 First Alert Most Accurate Forecast is coming up. You're watching 7 Eyewitness News. Don't go away.
You are watching 7 Eyewitness News with Keith Radford and 7 First Alert meteorologist Aaron Menkowski.
Well, do you think your work week is long? It likely pales in comparison to that of many mothers. A new study by Welch's has revealed that if you add up all the time that the average mother spends at her paid job and then taking care of her children at home, it totals about 98 hours per week. That study looked at 2,000 mothers with school-aged children from all over the country. As summer winds down, doctors say that your kids should wind down as well. So they recommend you gradually get your kids into a solid sleep schedule again about 2 weeks before school begins.
You want to work their bedtime and their wake-up time, perhaps 15 minutes earlier every day until they're right at the schedule where you think they should be at.
Also recommended putting screens away an hour before bedtime so your kids' brains have some time to switch from awake mode to sleep mode. Now, if you have school children, chances are you may already be scrambling, getting them ready to go back to school. But before you buy another pen or a calculator, our consumer reporter, John Matarese, checked in to see who has the lowest prices on those things this year so you don't waste your money.
We're now getting into peak back-to-school season. So many stores are advertising low prices, but who really sells the most for the least? So we went shopping to get you back to school for less. We found Nicole Smith and her daughters checking their back-to-school haul from Target,
pens,
where Mom says Target's smartphone app makes it a no-brainer.
I use the Cartwheel app and it takes money off. It gives me good deals.
But would the Smiths save more at Walmart or Amazon? Ellie Hoffman now does a lot of her school shopping online.
We have a Prime membership, which makes it really easy.
To see who has the best deals in 2017, we checked prices at Walmart, Target, Staples, and Amazon with the help of researcher Carissa Sailors. She priced a typical first grade list, including No. 2 pencils, Elmer's school glue, Crayola markers, erasers, spiral notebooks, and Clorox wipes. Of the bricks and mortar stores, Staples was most expensive at $65, Target was a bit cheaper at $57, and Walmart was the low price winner at $53. Of course, more and more parents these days are doing their shopping online instead of going to bricks and mortar stores. But will Amazon really save you money when it comes to back to school? Turns out Amazon had few deep discounts and was highest at $108 for our basket. It wasn't a fluke. A survey by price comparison site WikiBuy, reported in Fortune magazine, found the same thing, finding Amazon school supplies 15% higher. Nicole Smith says for now, she still likes going to the store.
I feel like it's easier if I can see the items like in my hand.
Meantime, dollar stores may be even cheaper than Walmart on some items, but don't expect that much selection. But they're always worth checking, so you don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese, 7 Eyewitness News.
Well, pump prices are climbing here in Western New York once again. The Buffalo average for gasoline now $2.38 a gallon. That's up about 3 cents from a week ago. The New York state and national averages also up about 3 cents over a week. The state and national averages also up double digits from this time last year. Our chief meteorologist, Aaron Minkowski, joins us on this Monday to check on your most accurate forecast. Maybe a little rain out there.
Yeah, Keith, we have some rainfall in spots. I'll show you the radar in just 1 second. It is gray and cool here in downtown Buffalo. Let's take a look at the satellite and radar together. You can see a system 2 hours south bringing real wet weather to Boston, New York, and the nation's capital. We have a disturbance moving across the area as we speak, kicking off some showers and thunder showers. High pressure 2 hour west. That will build in and be with us as we head into the next few days. You can see right now, looking out over Lake Erie, lake pretty quiet. It's 68 degrees with cloudy skies, winds out of the northeast at 12 miles per hour. Your high today, 77. Your low today, 60. It was warmer earlier today. Now we've had some cooler air coming in with that northerly wind flow. Sun's going to set around 8:30. 68 in Buffalo, 71 in Dunkirk, 68 right now in Jamestown, 66 in Niagara Falls. 7 super Doppler showing the rainfall moving from west to east across the region. Lighter shower stretching from Niagara Falls right along Route 104 north of 31 there near Lockport, Cambria, Heartland, over towards Somerset, Gasport, picking up some rainfall. Some showers had moved through Lancaster, Alden, and Marilla. Now that rain is moving along 20, passing through Attica, making its way just near Batavia and Darien, heading over toward Leroy. We have some heavier rain move through Ellicottville, heading over toward Franklinville and parts of northern Allegheny County. You can see some shower activity moving along Interstate 86. We had some heavier rain there in Carroll with that rainfall rate about 2 inches per hour, as those showers are now near Cold Spring. Hour-by-hour forecast showing some rain tonight, cloudy skies tomorrow morning, sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Wednesday, we'll have a good deal of sunshine. Can't rule out a shower, especially north of Buffalo later in the day. Thursday, more of the same, sunshine, and then we could see a lake breeze shower in the afternoon. Wednesday, we have the first day of the Erie County Fair, and the weather should be fine. 80 degrees with sunshine, a nice and warm start to the fair. Your forecast for tonight: early evening showers and thunder showers, overnight lows in the mid to upper 50s. On Tuesday, clouds in the morning, sunshine in the afternoon. Your high on Tuesday, 74 degrees. Temperatures then above normal for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Near 80 on Wednesday, low 80s on Thursday. Friday, a little more warmth, a little more humidity with those late day showers and storms. More of the same for Saturday and Sunday. Monday looks fine, but we will be unsettled Friday through the upcoming weekend. So if you're out and about, just be prepared. You may be dodging a raindrop or two at times. That's a look at your 7 First Alert 7-day forecast. Now we have a really interesting event coming up this Saturday and Sunday. Our guests are here. Tell us what's going on this weekend.
We're having a Revolutionary War Living History weekend at the Hull Family Home and Farmstead, 5976 Genesee Street in Lancaster. It's from 10 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. There will be tactical military demonstrations. Ladies will be doing open hearth cooking all day. There are activities for children. We have trading cards. They go out and find the reenactors and have them sign their cards, and when they're done, they get a prize. There will be the farmer and his wife who are loyal to the king. They will be in the house. You can visit with them. There will be a skirmish at 2 o'clock, and then there will be an enlistment drill, so you can choose your side, whether you're loyal to the British or to the American Revolution, to the rebels. And they give you a wooden rifle and teach you how to load it, and, well, obviously not real.
Okay, yeah. Well, that sounds
to load it, and it's very inexpensive for a family. It's $5 for ages 14 to adult, $2 for ages 8 to 14, and under 8 years old free.
Sounds fascinating. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. this weekend at the Hull Family Home and Farmstead right there on Genesee Street in Lancaster. Thanks so much for coming out. Back inside to you, Keith.
All right, good. Thanks, Aaron. Now let's see what we're working on. Coming up for 7 Eyewitness News at 6 o'clock tonight. Ashley is live in the newsroom right now.
Hi, Keith. A beautiful sight on Buffalo's Times Beach. How conservationists are bringing back the monarch butterfly. Then,
a major water main break at the Sturgeon Point treatment plant forces a water use advisory in many parts of the South Towns, and it will last through Tuesday. I'm Ed Riley with the story coming up.
these stories and more, Keith, coming up in just a few minutes on 7 Eyewitness News at 6.
All right, we'll see you then. Thanks, Ashley. Also coming up tonight, a look at the very different kinds of vacations that some major world leaders are taking this summer. Don't go away. You're watching 7 Eyewitness News. Here's what's trending on social media tonight. Anna Faris and Chris Pratt are splitting up. The actors announced their separation on social media last night in a joint statement. The pair say that they tried hard for a really long time and they're very disappointed. They're asking for privacy. Pratt and Faris met in 2007 on the set of the movie called Take Me Home Tonight. They got married in 2009. They have a 4-year-old son. The legal trouble continues to mount now for singer Usher. 2 women and a man are suing him. They allege he failed to tell them he had a sexually transmitted disease. An attorney representing the 3 filed that lawsuit in California today. The new lawsuit comes just weeks after it was revealed that Usher paid a woman more than $1 million back in 2012 to settle a similar suit. And former White House press secretary Sean Spicer appears to be enjoying life outside of the White House. Kevin O'Keefe, who works in marketing for baseball's Boston Red Sox, posted this picture on Twitter over the weekend. It shows Spicer posing with O'Keefe and others for a picture at Boston's Fenway Park. O'Keefe says that Spicer was attending a Red Sox game with his family and seemed to be in a pretty good mood. Spicer's Fenway Park visit comes 2 weeks after he resigned the White House following an often tumultuous tenure as the president's press secretary. Now, even world leaders have to have a break once in a while, a summer vacation. Many of them have been enjoying some time away from their posts this summer. Here's ABC's Molly Hunter with some highlights.
Is there no end to this man's skills? He snorkels, he fishes, he sunbathes, and he does it all bare-chested. The Russian strongman is on vacation in Siberia. Here he is, spearfishing in a camouflage wetsuit, victorious with his prize.
Everyone having a good time?
Meanwhile, on the other side of the globe, his nemesis. President Trump is on vacation at a golf club in New Jersey. Crashing a wedding, no camouflage wetsuits in sight. It's summertime and even world leaders are off the clock. British Prime Minister Theresa May strolling in northern Italy. German Chancellor Angela Merkel, a creature of habit and thrift, hiking with her husband in the same outfit she wears every year on vacation. In Canada, the heartthrob of the group, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and his wife kayaking, here taking a little unplanned dip in that chilly water. And new French President Emmanuel Macron eschewed the glitz of the French Riviera for a more virtuous choice, visiting a charity for kids who can't afford summer vacation.
And you see, world leaders are just like us. President Putin released an amazing 47 minutes of video clips from that vacation. Everyone else probably wishing for a little more privacy. Molly Hunter, ABC News, London.
I'm just going to Fantasy Island. That's it for 7 Eyewitness News at 5:30 tonight. Thanks for joining us. Don't go away. 7 Eyewitness News at 6 begins right now.
So the pipes are getting older. We're looking at pipe that's up to 100 years old.
A widespread alert sheds light on major water worries here in Western New York right now.
Then all new at 6, the future is now. Tonight, we're checking in at a hot new high-tech hotel. But could privacy be sacrificed as a result?
Like I said, I think about the guys every day in my house, but I'll probably think about them until the day I die.
And memories of courage and valor as a piece of American history lands here in Western New York today.
Now with 7 First Alert weather. This is 7 Eyewitness News at 6.
The watchword is watch your water. That's the message for the South Towns tonight.
The alert follows an early morning water main break at a treatment facility at Sturgeon Point in Derby.
As a result of that, people living in 14 different communities, all listed here on your screen, are being told as of last night to conserve their water through tomorrow night. Good evening once again. That alert again in effect until 6 p.m. Tuesday.
But could this be a sign of greater water woes down the road? As 7 Eyewitness News reporter Ed Riley explains, this is a costly problem with no end in sight.
It takes quite a bit then to get down to that point to repair it.
A 42-inch leaking water main at the Sturgeon Point treatment plant is causing the problem. And because it's buried 20 feet down underneath high-voltage conduits encased in concrete, the repairs are much more difficult and not expected to be finished until Tuesday afternoon.
Not the typical break like we'd experience in other areas.
The treatment plant now has to run on generators while the conduits are moved, and the Erie County Water Authority has issued a usage restriction for its 35,000 Southtown customers.
We're asking people not to water their lawns, wash cars, you know, that type of thing.
The problem pipe is 40 to 50 years old, fairly new compared to many other water lines in Erie County.
We're looking at pipe that's up to 100 years old.
But leaks are a big problem, especially with 600 miles of cast iron pipe. In 2015, the Water Authority repaired nearly 1,500. Last year, 1,200. And so far this year, 726 leaks.
This is a long-term problem.
It is estimated that it would take $1 billion to update all the old water lines in Erie County. Well, how long it's going to take to replace all these old things?
Just the cast iron pipe, we estimate about 50 years.
The Water Authority has launched a program to replace what they can with the money they have, and it has reached out to state and federal officials for additional funding. But for now, it's asking Southtown customers to do their part. Officials are strongly urging the public to follow the water use advisory because if water pressure drops too low, the Water Authority could be forced to implement water restrictions. In Derby, Ed Riley, 7 Eyewitness News.
Now, we all know that the damage Mother Nature can inflict on us when a storm rolls through. Look at the destruction here caused by last month's tornadoes here in western New York. That's why our Senator Chuck Schumer is calling proposed cuts to a crucial government weather system, quote, twisted policy. The senator was here in Cheektowaga today announcing his push to protect the millions of dollars needed to upgrade, repair, and replace the nation's extreme weather satellite system.
It's nice to land on Mars, but let's look after Earth first. Bottom line is, this should not be a cut.
Some in Congress want that money instead to go to NASA programs. Senator Schumer says proposed cuts to this program could lead to less accurate and not timely warnings of extreme weather events when they roll in.
Skywatch 7 giving us a live look at the outer harbor. If you're heading out tonight, you're going to want to grab that umbrella. 7 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Aaron Mikowski tracking the latest for us tonight. Aaron.
That's right, Ashley. A few showers around the region right now. Let's take a look at our 7 Super Doppler. I'll show you where that rain is and where it is moving off to. You can see that wet weather across the region. Moving from west to east across western New York. We do have some showers just to the west of Buffalo, about 30 miles away. If those showers were to hold together, they'd be arriving here in the metro area after 7 p.m., but they are fizzling out a bit and starting to drift off a little bit further to the north. You can see some light showers from Pendleton over toward Lockport along 31 and along Route 104 from Heartland stretching over toward Ridgeway. Some showers right near between Route 20 and the Thruway near Batavia as those also move off toward the east. Some heavier rain down across the southern tier from Cattaraugus County moving into Allegheny County. We'll have these light to moderate showers around the area for the next few hours, but our weather improves as we head into the next few days. And we'll talk all about that with my full forecast straight ahead.
All right, thanks, Aaron. The Niagara County Health Department is joining in the fight now to try and wipe out rabies, and they need your help to do it. Throughout the month of August, crews will be distributing rabies vaccine baits. They'll do it by hand, also drop them by air. These baits are little brown cubes. They're meant only for wild animals, and if you come across any, you should leave them alone. If you come in contact with either the vaccine or bait, you should wash your hands immediately.
And these pictures illustrate the damage simple candles can do. Investigators say candles reignited in a bathroom, sparking a fire that melted several bath toys and filled a Concord home with smoke. A babysitter and toddler did escape, as well as a puppy and some cats. A responding sheriff's deputy was able to put out the fire.
You got a light, Jetson?
Allow me, sir.
Ah, thank you, my dear.
You're welcome, sir.
It is a scene right out of the Jetsons, and it's coming to a hotel near you. First, it was a robot butler, and now the brand new Westin Hotel here in downtown Buffalo is going even more high-tech. It is now the first hotel in New York and only the 12th in the entire country to offer something called Amazon Echo. You've probably heard about that. This is going to be for the guests. Tonight, 7 Eyewitness News reporter Jeff Slauson is exploring all of the pros and the cons and the privacy concerns about this new service.
Meet Chip. He's been a butler at the Westin in Buffalo for about 4 months and now has a new coworker, Alexa.
Canal Side is just 1.2 miles away from the Westin Buffalo.
Does that voice sound familiar? That's Alexa, the voice behind the Amazon Echo, which is now in each of the 116 rooms in the hotel. The Echo can act as a hotel phone, and when a person says, "Ask the Westin," it can give you recommendations, information about the hotel, and even place orders from the front desk, all without picking up the phone.
Whether it's towels, toothbrush, asking for service, that type of stuff.
The device is constantly listening on a 5-second recorded loop to know when assistance is needed. If that setup makes you feel uncomfortable, there's a simple solution.
We have the mute button where you can turn it off, or you can just unplug it.
So now let's give it a try. Alexa, ask the Westin to bring towels to my room.
Okay, housekeeping will be in touch shortly.
Alexa then alerts the front desk to your request. The desk gives the items to Chip, who then takes the elevator up to your room and calls when he's at the door. When we tested it, start to finish took 4 minutes and 36 seconds. The Westin says the service hasn't taken away any jobs from people. And while you can't exactly say this is service with a smile, it has put a smile on the faces of families taking advantage of some futuristic fun. In Buffalo, Jeff Slauson.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
7 Eyewitness News.
Hey, that looks like a lot of fun. And the Bills back in action at St. John Fisher today with only 3 days left before their first preseason game. A lot of people wondering about Sammy Watkins following yesterday's injury scare. A lot of people also talking about the Bills' new signing of Anquan Bolden. Bills beat reporter Joe B getting us caught up in sports. And as we mentioned, the Bills kick off the 2017 preseason Thursday night against the Vikings right here on 7 ABC. Countdown to kickoff takes you live to New Era Field at 6:30. Kickoff at 7, immediately followed by our live post-game show. That's Thursday night on 7 ABC, your official station of the Buffalo Bills. And because of the Bills game, we will be airing part 2 of the ABC special, The Story of Diana, this Sunday from 1 to 3 p.m. here on 7 ABC.
Well, it might be a little bit early, but what are you doing for Thanksgiving? Believe it or not, registration begins tomorrow for the 122nd annual turkey trot. 122. Registration begins at 8 a.m. and spots fill up fast. They always do. The 8K race is held every year right here in Buffalo on Thanksgiving morning.
Straight ahead at 6, a local restaurant owner with a heart of gold.
And I want to give back, and I couldn't think better than give back to the veterans.
Coming up, Russell Salvatore finds a unique way to help out our local veterans.
And then stories of courage and sacrifice. A piece of World War II history has landed here in Western New York this week.
Then conservation efforts take flight at Times Beach. Those stories and more just 3 minutes away.